I went through the grueling 22 weeks of infantry OSUT, and amidst the multitude of challenges, one experience that stands out as the most haunting was the night land navigation exercise. The stage was set deep in the heart of a desolate swamp, around 0200, when everything was cloaked in darkness and uncertainty. I remember clutching my map, the dim red light of my flashlight flickering intermittently, casting eerie shadows all around me. Then, in an instant, a sensation washed over me like an electric shock. Every hair on my body stood on end, and the red light of my flashlight danced eerily. Instinctively, I turned off the light and strained my senses, scanning the surroundings. And there she was, an ethereal silhouette of a woman, dressed in what appeared to be a pioneer's attire. Her presence seemed to defy all logical explanation. I blinked for a moment, and as I dared to glance back at the spot where she stood, she had vanished, as if swallowed by the shadows themselves. I chided myself, attributing the apparition to exhaustion and my imagination playing tricks on me. With renewed determination, I picked a direction that seemed plausible and embarked on my chosen path. However, as I trod through the undergrowth, a sense of foreboding persisted. The very air seemed to be charged with an otherworldly energy. Strangely, the sound of my own footsteps was accompanied by another set of sounds, the subtle crunching and breaking of leaves, synchronized with my every move. An unsettling sensation overcame me once again, and my hairs stood on end, like soldiers at attention. I brought myself to an abrupt halt, whipping around to confront the source of this eerie mimicry. To my perplexity, there was nothing to be seen but the impenetrable darkness. I shook off the unease, resuming my march, only to be haunted by the strange phenomenon once more. Each time I spun around to confront the invisible stalker, I found nothing but the enigmatic void of the night. Eventually, with a mounting sense of dread, I concluded that discretion was the better part of valor. Collecting the few points I had managed to secure, I made a swift and determined retreat to the starting point. Breathless and shaken, I turned in my navigation equipment and slumped onto my gear, the encounter still fresh in my mind. The silence was eventually broken by the arrival of another soldier, who appeared to be in a state of distress. His haste seemed incongruent with the remaining time for the exercise. As he went through the motions of turning in his gear, he turned to me with an air of urgency. "Hey," he began hesitantly, "did you happen to encounter anything strange out there?" I gestured toward my disheveled appearance. "Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, if that's what you're asking." His eyes widened as he continued. "No, I mean, did you see her? The woman in the pioneer outfit?" Stunned, I nodded, my heart racing as his words resonated with my own experience. Before I could fully process his revelation, he continued with a sense of urgency. "I was recording my navigation data when my light started flickering. A rustling from above made me look up, and there she was, perched in a tree, her gaze locked onto me with a haunting emptiness. I ran like the wind and didn't stop until I reached here." A third voice chimed in from behind us, a fellow soldier who had remained quiet until now. "Wait, you both saw her too?" he interjected. Our nods confirmed his suspicion, and he leaned closer to share his own harrowing encounter. As I ventured into the swamp, she emerged from the water, her gaze fixed on me as she slowly turned. I was paralyzed, and it was only when the lieutenant approached me from behind that I snapped out of it. I pointed to where she had been, but she had vanished, leaving no trace. The storyteller in our group revealed an honesty and sincerity that dispelled any notion of jest. We were now united by an inexplicable and terrifying experience that transcended our individual perceptions. As the night wore on, the stories flowed, painting a collective tapestry of unexplained encounters and shared dread. That night, we were not just soldiers enduring training. We were united by an otherworldly event that defied explanation and bonded us in a shared struggle against the unknown.